Hello everyone, this is Nick from Class Apps Technical Support. This is part one of our basic training videos for Select Survey. And in this video, I'm going to create a survey from scratch and then add a couple questions to it, take the survey, and then show you what it looks like in the Analyze screen. And this website here also, you can go to classapps.com, and there's a link to this demo site on there, so you can actually go to this same website that I'm going to be creating these surveys on. So okay, let's log in as admin, and the password is admin like it was a fresh install. Okay, and this is the main survey page. In a future video I'm going to go over kind of what all this stuff does here, but it basically just lists all the surveys that you have access to on your user account. And by default, the admin is every survey, so you can see all of them that are in the install. So to create a new survey, we're going to click Create Survey up here. And then we're just going to do, I already have that on here. We'll do Class Apps Training 1. And we'll select from scratch because we don't want to create it from an existing survey. If you were to do this, it would basically create a duplicate of the survey so you can edit it. So if you already had a survey that was really long and wanted to just change a couple questions and make a new survey out of it, you'd go this route here. We'll just click from scratch right now and click Save. That's going to create the survey. Now this is design mode. This modify survey page is designing the survey. So this is where you're going to add all the questions, add all the page conditioning, which we'll go over in another video as well. So to add the first question, just this insert button over here. It's going to insert a question. It's going to take you to Edit Survey Item. This Edit Item page is going to populate all the different question types that the software has for and we'll go over all these as well too in other videos, but for right now we'll just do a simple, we'll just do a yes/no question. And this is like a rich text editor here, so this is where the question text goes. Are you having fun today? That's a legitimate question. And so what we can do in this rich text editor is we can, basically do anything you can in any text editor. We can change the font size, the colors and stuff like that. One nice feature about it though is this HTML source editor. In any question text and answer text really in the whole software, you can actually add your own custom HTML if you wanted to, so you could basically make it look like whatever you'd want. And it takes JavaScript as well, which is kind of nice. But for now, we'll just leave it like this. Are we having fun today? Are you having fun today? Enter question alias. What this section is basically we can type in fun. And what that will do is in any report, in any export or report share, stuff like that, it'll replace the question text with whatever the alias is, which makes it just for easier readability, I would say. If you had really long question text and didn't want that being in every export, especially if it had like some HTML in it, you'd want to just use an alias. And then subtext will be just basically it's text right underneath the question text. I'll put something in here just so you can see. I'll just put choose yes, no, which should be obvious, but we'll put that in anyway. Now under validation options, we have this required. We can make it to where if the user does not select yes or no, then a little JavaScript pop-up will come up and say you must choose an answer for question 1 before you can proceed to the next page. So we'll click that on just so you can see what that is as well. This advanced validation button, we'll go over that in another video, I think. It's pretty advanced. It's basically custom JavaScript to make your own validations. Okay, and default value, we'll leave that as none so you can see what this required is, but that would change it to where as soon as the screen shows up with the question, it'll default to yes or no, but we'll pick done for now. And display type drop down. We'll do that. We'll do a drop down on there. You can also make it to where there's radio buttons, which are just like the option buttons, which we'll see in a second as well. So we'll just click save. And so that's going to say, are you having fun today? And this little asterisk, that goes on every time you put the required option on a question, it'll have that asterisk there. And then there is our subtext, and here is our question. And so let's add another question right underneath it. So to do that, we're going to click this insert button. It's going to put it right underneath of this one. And we'll do a one answer option buttons. So you can see what that kind of looks like. Okay, so this is going to bring up a whole nother edit item window. So the question text this time we'll put, let's see. How satisfied are you with your day so far? So we won't put anything for the alias or the subtext right now. And we'll make this required as well. This random order button, that shows up on some multi-option questions. That basically will, whatever you put down here for your answer group, it'll, every time the page is loaded, randomize the order of those. And so we'll just leave that unchecked for now. And alignment, horizontal, vertical, of course, that's going to be whether the options are vertical down the screen or horizontal across the screen. And if you choose horizontal, you can pick how many of them per row. And then here we go with the answers. Now you can type in, you know, whatever you want basically, but you can also select from this answer group here. These are kind of pre-made answer groups that range in five options here. So we'll select satisfied to dissatisfied. It actually goes very satisfied to very dissatisfied, so we'll just fill those in. And you can insert new answers here. I don't actually think there's really a limit to how many you can insert, but you know, if you had I mean, I've seen some like up to 50, but anyway. Right here, you can allow an additional answer. Basically what that'll be is they can put in their own answer if you'd like them to, or just select other. If you want, you can go down here and have a text box next to it, or a text area next to the other option. And so we'll just do a text box. And so we'll do other, please specify. So okay, we'll just save this now. Looks good. Okay, and so then there we go, like then if they click other there, they can type that in. So we'll just make one more question, we'll put it on a new page. So to do that, we'll click new page right here. And okay, we'll do this, we'll do an open-ended one line. And what these are, the open-ended questions, are basically user input, like with their keyboard. So the one line will basically just be a question, and then it'll have a text field, kind of like that other option, and let them type in something. That'll store that in the report. So enter the question. I'm thinking about a future video for page conditions, so what we'll do with this is, why was your day bad? We'll say that right now. And then what that'll do is it'll give a little text box for them to enter in that. This required button, same thing. If they don't type anything in, pop-up will show. Email address. This is kind of unique to just the open-ended one-line question type, but what it does is it tells the application that this input box is going to be an email address. And what it lets you do is, in the completion options, if you wanted to email the respondent, but it was an anonymous survey and you didn't have the email address, obviously, if you check this box, then the application knows this is an email address. So if you choose to send it to email the respondent after they take the survey, it'll use whatever they typed into the box. Password field, basically what that does is just make it asterisks, just like you were typing in a password. And so we'll uncheck those for right now, obviously. This default value will be whatever you type in here, it'll automatically be put in the text field. Maximum length, again, this is just a validation to limit the amount of characters they can put in to the text box. We'll leave that blank as well. Text box width, that lets you in pixels like show how wide the text box is going to be. So default is 300, we'll leave it at that. That sounds fine. We'll hit save, and why was your day bad? And then text input there. So now we'll say that for right now we're done with the survey, and hit launch. And it takes you right back to the main survey screen, and you'll see Class Apps Training 1 here. What that launch button does is it sets it from design mode to open mode. So it's actually live right now. It's ready to be taken. So we'll see what it looks like. We'll click on it. It opens it up in a new tab. So here we go, Class Apps Training 1. Are you having fun today? So we'll say, yeah, I'm having fun. How satisfied are you with your day so far? Let's not answer that and just try and hit next. And so then we get a pop-up that says, please select a value for question number 2. We didn't check that one. It's required. So we will we'll just click on neutral and hit the next button. Why was your day bad? See, this is not, let's put it's not. And hit done. And so we're done with the survey. Thank you for taking the survey. And we can change this message that it gives you at the end of the survey as well. But we'll get into that later. So we'll close out of that. And now if we click this again to refresh the page, we'll see that right here, this analyze, that number 1 there is 1 response. So you can click that analyze button and see basically the results overview screen, how we answered it here. It defaults just the first page, but you can do all pages or whatever page or question you like. And so there we go. And that is basically how you create a survey and look at the results. In the next video, I'll show you how to, I'll go over a few more of the questions. We'll look at this survey a little bit more, and I'll show you the options screen. I will see you on the next video.